Okay, I'm being asked to record what I know about the snakes and send that up to you guys. So, I know you already know that there's snakes underground everywhere. So let me go with the biggest and scariest of all. Okay, so I turned this into the Tulsa Police Headquarters. So I decoded this. There is snake pits, and I believe they were here before Columbus got here. And I think he took them over. And I don't know what he's done, what Hermie and Occult has done over time to modify or change this, but they have modified and changed it. So there's multiple snake pits, large snake pits all over the United States underground. Okay. But the one I'm going to tell you about is 6 states wide. It is, and I can't remember all the states right now. It's in my decode, which is how the Tulsa Police. So it's like the edge of Texas into Louisiana, then up into Arkansas. So in that 6 state region. Okay, so this I also know is that, and I don't know if it's the same snake pit. I don't know if it's several snake pits she has all over the United States. I don't know if she's talking about one particular snake pit. I don't know. This is all I can tell you. There's a snake pit that's huge that's set to a timer. It's in the snakes are like bred and kept in like this biodegradable net. Okay. And it decodes back to my childhood and knows is real. I've turned this all in, but it decodes back to when I was at Red Mountain High School and I was jumping on the nets in the over the orchestra pit and on lunch break. So I decoded all that out. So that it all decodes out to all this. Okay. So anyway, so those are on a timer and those are set to a road. So if they can adjust the timer, I don't know. If they can stop the timer, I don't know. I don't know who runs it. I don't know who has it. I just know Gina's leader Manson, so she'd be the one doing that. So the amount of snakes is like in the gazillions. Now I also know that she releases, I call them snake runs. And I can't feel them very much in Tulsa. I've only felt them like lightly in Tulsa. Maybe like 3 or 4 times, and it was a very light feeling. It feels like a very, 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 very mild earthquake, like on a level of like a Richter, like 1 or 1.5, maybe not even a 2, real light. And then I've also had people leak to me, she shipped in snakes, she shipped in snakes, she shipped in snakes, and this is by the thousands. Okay, so now she has a major way of migrating and moving snakes, and that's with using methane gas. And I've decoded all of that too. She would be using other gases, and they're like rocket propelled. They go fast. And she does that by the trillions. And there was a schedule set, and I don't know if it's still going on or not, because I'm not in an area where I can feel it. And I don't know, it could be going on in different parts of the world, or she could have modified it here, or she still could be doing it and I can't feel it. I don't know. But I know that this is what I was told, like every 2 to 3 months over the next few years, that she'd be releasing snakes by the trillions. So we're talking between like 2 and 4 trillion at a time. So it's just like releasing them, and they're underground, they're everywhere. So, and I also know, she put a picture, in my head of herself holding one. Some of them are robotic. Well, they've probably everything is robotic controlled. But anyway, she had one. It was mind wiped. It was a baby. And she's standing there. Her legs are closed. And it's like a sash going over her, but it's a big snake. Like it takes up like half the width of her body, and it's draped over her shoulder. And then the bottom part of it is tucked like behind her hip. It's a black snake, and it's mind wiped. I could tell it's a baby because I've seen the big ones. The big ones are running like between 20 to 25 feet here. And in England, I know they run 25 to 30 feet, maybe 35 feet. And that's just the one variety. I know she's got several varieties. They breathe out poisonous fumes, and some of these snakes, she's got bombs in them. She's been putting bombs in them the whole time. And then they also can go very fast, like up to 80 miles an hour. So, and I really still don't know how that's even possible, but it's possible. And then they can hold stuff. And I don't know how that's possible either, but I don't know if she's like putting stuff in their mouth, making them swallow stuff, like swallowing like canisters of stuff and then having them throw it up and then them opening the canister and then releasing poison or fumes or whatever the heck she's releasing. Or if they've got like, because these are bioengineered snakes, if they've got like pockets that she shoves stuff in, like, I don't freaking know. I do not know. I don't know if they've got like real lungs or artificial lungs. I don't know. But anyway, I asked them, you know, they said that controlling a snake, said, well, unless you've been working with a snake a long time, unless you have it completely mastered with artificial intelligence, you can't just take a wild snake and then just like zone into it with radar and then take over with artificial intelligence and it do automatically what you want it to do. They're very, very hard to control, but I've seen them do that with like insects and stuff, and it's kind of the same way. So I guess it's all kind of the same thing because the animal still has its natural instinct and you have to force it to go against its natural instinct. So, but I'm like, how do you like turn them on and off? Like what what do you fucking do? But and they're like, the snake doesn't get like shut on and off like a power switch. Cause I'm like, what are they doing? Is it like I was like a computer? Like what the fuck? Sorry for the cursing. But anyway, they're like, no, what they do is they mind wipe it, they knock it out. So it goes to sleep and then they keep it unconscious. Now, some of the snakes are vipers, some of them are eels, and some of them, the vipers that sting with the electrical current, she'll keep them knocked out and then she'll keep them stinging. And then they said it burns the snake up as much as it burns up the people that they're trying to burn. They're both getting burned, but the snake is unconscious being burned because it's affecting the snake too. So, and then I know like within the next 8 to 10 years, I mean, eventually the snakes are going to make their way to the surface and eventually it's going to be major terrorism. And it's supposed to be like a rollout around the world, but I think the United States is going to be first. So, and I do know that Jean locally, she gives everybody this fucking bullshit caca story where, you know, it's special police that are operating the snakes and they're doing it to, you know, do everything that Jean asked them to do. And there's nothing for anybody to fear for wild animals to be transferred in and out by the thousands or trillions. So that's what's going on there. It's terrorism.